In this video, we will learn how to print to the screen in Java. The first two methods we will learn to print to the screen are the print and the println methods. Let's take an example. The two methods can be used to print the sentence, "Programming is great fun," as follows. The first Java statement is pronounced as system.out.print. The second Java statement is pronounced as the system.out.println. The value between the parentheses of any method is called an argument. In this case, the argument of the methods print and println is referred to as a string literal. A string is a sequence of characters and is enclosed by a pair of double quotes. And it's literal because it's written in the code explicitly, as we can see it here. Both print and println methods will send this string to be printed on the screen. If both methods will print to the screen, then what's the difference between the two methods? Let's start with the println method. The name of the method consists of two parts, print and line. The print part means the method will print to the screen. The line part means that it adds a new line character after printing. A new line character, when read, makes the computer go to the new line. The following two lines, for example, will produce the following output. The first println Java statement prints "this is being printed out," then it adds a new line character. And that's why the next println statement shows the on two separate lines on the new line. The second println statement will also add a new line character at the end. And that's why the cursor of the computer will be waiting at the beginning of a new empty line, even though we don't see it. Now let's have a look at the print method. The print statement only does the first part of the println statement, which is printing to the screen. It doesn't add a new line character. The following example shows the result of using the print statement. We have three lines. The first two use print statements. When compiled and run, it will produce the following output. Notice that the first statement will print "these lines will be" and then stop. The following statement will continue where the cursor stopped, which is at the end of the first statement. Then it prints "printed on" and stops. Then the last statement will continue from there to print the same line, period. However, since the last statement is a println statement, it's going to create a new line and make the cursor wait at the beginning of that line. In this demo, we will see how print and println statements work. I have my BlueJ open with a project that contains a single class called simple. If I double click, the editor will open. This is where I can edit my class. I have a couple of examples already written, but all of them are commented, as you can see. I will start by uncommenting the first one. Then I will go and compile. It says compiling, done, and it also says here, class compiled, no syntax errors. Then I can go here and run the main method, which is going to open the terminal that shows the output. So this is a println statement. It's very simple, and it's showing me the programming is great fun. And then I know, because it's println statement, now the cursor of my terminal is waiting here at the beginning of the next line. Now we will see the difference between the print and println statements. I will start by uncommenting these, compile, and then run. Notice that it's crowded. Now, since I know that println statement is going to take me to the beginning of a new line, what I'm going to do is to use println statement to create a vertical space here that separates these two lines. Compile, run again, and then I can get that space. So let's see how this works. The first println statement is going to print "this is being printed out," and then it goes and takes the cursor to the beginning of the next line. beginning of the next line, it prints on two separate lines, and then it takes the cursor to the beginning of the third line. Now, because I added an extra print line statement, what that does is that it goes to the new line and waits here. Then I use two print statements to print these lines will be printed on, and notice here that because I didn't have any extra spaces, it's going to print these just following each other. So after printing these lines will be, the cursor will be stopping here. Then it follows with another print statement, which will print printed on, and then it stops here. Then the same line comes here. Now, since the same line is from print line statement, the cursor is now here, but we cannot see that. Now, another thing that you should notice is that now, since you are using print statements, you will have to make your own spaces. This way you can print something that is meaningful and can be read. Another thing to notice here is that using print statements, even though we have multiple print statements, we still printed a single line.